The matter we are discussing is contentious, but the contention is between no sense and common sense. The contention is between what works and what does not work. The contention is national integrity and disintegrity in this nation. These are the contentious issues in this matter. Now, comrades, the first time I heard that, in fact, the same day that I heard that the Electoral Commission was planning to foist a new voters register on us, was the same day I read statements by two of the commissioners. And the two commissioners had argued that the voters register is very credible. And I asked myself, if the voters register is very credible, why change something which is credible? And up to today, nobody has provided the answer as to why we should change a very credible register. Indeed, they did not say that the register was credible. They said that the register was very credible. And yet, we are being called upon to spend close to 1 billion Ghana cedis changing something which is credible, for something whose credibility we cannot determine today. This certainly does not fall into the category of common sense. It falls into the category of no sense. Now, comrades, there's a history to this whole debate, and we should not forget that history. It is not the history of the 1940s. It is not the history of the 1920s. It is not the history of the 1800s. It's the history of 2015 and 2016. We cannot forget the history of 2015 and 2016. Now, all of you will recall that the New Patriotic Party came up and said that we needed a new voters register before the last elections. And they argued firstly that if we did not get a new voters register, the elections will be rigged. We went through that election and their president won with a register that we did not change. Did they rig the election? We should not forget that at a certain point in that debate, His Excellency Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia held a press conference and actually indicated that the voter register was full of the names of foreigners, especially coming from Togo. Indeed, he said that they had only done a preliminary verification of the register, and that if they did a lot more work, we will find hundreds of thousands of names of Togolese on our voters register. Alhaji His Excellency the Vice President Bawumia was challenged, and up to today, that evidence has not been provided. Now, it is significant for us also to note that as soon as that evidence was abandoned, a new scheme was hatched. And that new scheme simply said that there were too many names of the voters register which got there using the National Health Insurance card as the base card. And because the National Health Insurance card could be available to any and everybody, the register was not reliable. This matter went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court made a determination, and eventually we had the voters register, which brought His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo to power as president. During the 2016 elections, it was obvious to all of us as observers and citizens that the New Patriotic Party was pushing for the compilation of a new voters register. And I had no doubt whatsoever that if the New Patriotic Party won the election, we will have the current situation on our necks. And like magic, we do have that situation now. Now, you may dismiss this point, but please don't, because it's a very important point. Now, listen. We have an electoral commission whose members are publicly and openly showing their hatred for political parties and contestants in the next election. You had a deputy commissioner actually make the point that the NDC cannot be trusted and that the NDC wants to subvert the current democratic order and to plunge this country into chaos. That's a serious statement which has to be looked at and examined in the light of current developments. Because if you actually believe that one of the parties likely to contest the 2020 elections is a virus, that one of the parties has an agenda to destroy Ghana, why wouldn't you do everything and anything possible to prevent that party from winning elections? So this is the problem. We have a situation in which we cannot vouch for the independence of some of the commissioners.